Astronomers CEO Andy Byron has tendered his resignation after a viral kiss cam moment at a Coldplay concert with the company's head of HR.
For 50 million stunned spectators, yes, that's how many watched, the moment split into a freeze frame of devastation. Coldplay's arena, packed with thousands, the kiss cam aiming its lens at two executives deep in an awkward embrace. CEO Andy Byron and HR chief Kristen Cabot went from powerful professionals to scandal icons in literal seconds. No warning, no red light, just a brutal, viral incision into their reputations. Chris Martin, ever the showman, quipped, "Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy." It was the punchline and the verdict all at once. That clip exploded across TikTok, X, Threads, and every platform you can name. Internet sleuths rapidly unmasked them. Byron, already married, Cabot, divorced. The rumors lit up.
There is no good way to react when you end up on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert hugging the coworker you're having an affair with. But of all the bad options, these two chose the absolute worst one.
Inside minutes, memes popped up mocking HR handbooks, corporate ethics, and kiss cam policies. Within hours, Astronomer's PR team spiraled. Byron's wife, Megan Kerrigan, dropped the Byron surname and vanished from social media. Cabot's online footprint began to fade. The company placed both executives on leave, launched an internal probe, and pushed the panic button. Pete DeJoy stepped in as interim CEO. Within days, Byron resigned. Cabot followed. The kiss cam wasn't just awkward, it ignited a corporate implosion. Experts chimed in. As HR chief, Cabot represented integrity, but that kiss cam betrayed her own mandate, a symbolic cascading failure. Legal watchers noted, under California's no-fault divorce laws, infidelity doesn't necessarily alter financial settlements, even public, epic-level infidelity. Still, some lawyers suggested Byron's public betrayal might weaken sympathy and possibly alimony.
She's going to take him for everything he's got.
If she's going to take him to court, well, she's right to do that. The judge is going to go, "You want a divorce him, dear? No problem."
Oh, you're that dude from the video I watched.
We don't need to look at the evidence. We believe you.
The internet shifted its glare. Is Cabot still married? Is this infidelity? Or is there more to the story? Massachusetts court records paint a different picture. She filed for divorce from Kenneth C. Thornby in 2018, and it was finalized in 2022. In fact, Cabot and Thornby share at least one child, and he's paying support. Speculation about infidelity started cracking under the weight of facts, so the audience is reeling. But is Kristen Cabot's past truly done? What about her personal backstory, her second marriage, her elite family ties, and what Kenneth might be holding?
Now, if only they'd practiced improv or something, then they might have thought to pretend like Kristen was choking and Andy was doing the Heimlich. Maybe she could have pretended that she passed out from sheer boredom. It is a Coldplay concert after all.
Let's rewind past the kiss cam moment. Kristen Cabot's not just any HR executive. She married into an American elite dynasty. She's tied to the Cabots, one of Boston's oldest Boston Brahmin families, whose wealth once reached $200 million in 1972, roughly $15.4 billion today, built on industries like carbon black and maritime trade. The family legacy includes philanthropy to Harvard and MIT, but also morally murky ventures such as the slave and opium trades. In early 2025, property records show Kristen and her husband, Andrew Cabot, the sixth-generation privateer rum CEO, paid $2.2 million for a New Hampshire coastal home. They financed it with a $1.6 million mortgage from Morgan Stanley. Public profiles confirm her as an advisory board member at his company since 2020. But behind the stately image, the marriage was already straining, and their narrative far from unbreakable. Rumors began swirling that the Cabots' relationship was more fragile than it appeared. Sources say that at the time of the concert scandal, Andrew was overseas on a work trip in Japan, returning to a media firestorm that blindsided him. Insiders hinted at months of marital strain and whispers of separation, even as just weeks earlier they'd been sharing family photos and public affection. Which brings us to a vital question. Was the affair the spark or the exposure of a fire that had been burning for months? This isn't Kristen's first marriage. Court records confirm she filed for divorce from Kenneth C. Thornby in 2018, a split finalized in 2022. They share at least one child, and Thornby has been court-ordered to pay child support. Despite her rising HR profile in Silicon Valley and recent CCO appointment at Astronomer, Kristen kept her personal life tightly under wraps until the scandal forced every detail back into public view. Divorce history, a child, a divided past. This is the real backstory behind the Coldplay moment. The mortgage adds another tense dimension to the narrative. Both Kristen and Andrew are on the hook for that $1.6 million loan tied to a house they bought just months before the scandal. Legal experts explain that in divorce, such high-value debts become leverage. Who can shoulder them? Who can buy the other out? Or whether it must be sold and the equity divided. Now picture the legal chessboard. With both public drama and private assets under fire, every move matters. Amid the chaos, Kenneth Thornby remains notably quiet. No statement, no drama, just a low-profile presence while the public unpacks every frame of that kiss cam moment. Is that silence a sign of weakness or power? In the game of reputation, sometimes holding back holds more weight than every tweet, every leak, every spin. With all this in mind, the scandal, the heritage, the financial stakes, what happens when the spotlight dims and reality kicks in?